This is a good topic. It also helps to separate wheat from tares, because the tares are going to be judgmental and it's going to be wrong and it just shouldn't be that way. So the truth comes out when you start touching touchy subjects. This was all going to come out anyway. Just so everybody knows, everything that Click is saying, it was already going to be planned out this way. I just happened to come along and show you that the person that is in charge of these things, in the media, the social media, the world, the way things are, who's doing it. So, regardless, the other side. See, this is how you know God is working through people. Like, this is how God works. The odds are against good prevailing, like big time. However, because this was already going to happen, Click has already been telling us that the woman spirit is going to take over, and obviously he's feminine, but this is where the separations starts. Is it good or is it bad? Is it something that you need to control to turn it to good? Or is it just what it is? No matter what I showed, if nobody watched my channel and you've never heard any things that I'm saying, but you do know who Jonathan Click is, you would still be seeing Jonathan Click coming out and telling you flat out how he feels inside. How did that begin? I don't know. I don't know his childhood. Why is it flickering and blinking? I don't know his childhood. I know my childhood, but I don't know everybody's childhood. So I don't know what creates whatever it is that happens in your life, whether it's from birth or it's how you're raised, how you're brought up. I don't know. But some people are trying to get back to their original form. And then, what does the Bible say? That they will continue to worship their gods. After this reset thing takes place and everybody has some type of a learning lesson, not everybody's going to truly believe in God. Other religions are going to go in their direction towards what they believe, but we're all going to go peacefully, and that's the whole point. When you try to control somebody, make them feel bad for who they feel like they are inside, it's free will. You let people do what they willingly want to do, and the only time that people are going to learn is when Jonah finally tells you. He knows as soon as he tells you that you're going to repent. But he's just not up for it just yet. Doesn't want to do it. Because Jonah knows a lot of people. And when you're hiding the truth and you have the ability to present it, then what are you going to do? But hide it? Hide it until, God's getting ready to throw you off to swallow up death for 3 days when that great big fish swallows up death and the earth opens up their mouth and swallows up death, which is the lies. So people are making some Claims. You make claims. You have your interpretation with what you're seeing that I'm showing, and then you have your opinion that's created towards your judgment of what you're seeing. I can see that Kleck's been judged a lot. Look, Kleck could be lying straight to his teeth still, to everybody. But further into those eyeballs that I'm looking, I'm seeing what the future result is behind those eyes. Initially, you see what your interpretation of the person. Again, this is a topic that John Denver. I'm just going to call you John Denver because you're from Denver and your name's John. You got some good things to say, and I take in consideration. I think, Trump's going to start talking about some type of homosexuality or somewhere along the lines. That topic's going to be up next because apparently it's a good topic. It's a good segue to give Kleck towards what he had already had planned according to algorithm as to towards the end days what he needs to reveal about himself. This was already going to be revealed. Maybe I might have helped reveal it a little bit sooner through revelation, and then he just takes what I'm saying and it fits perfectly like everything else. According to your interpretation of what you're seeing here, because what I'm experiencing is just kind of saying some words and then having other individuals take those words and speak about them on their high profile YouTube channel. So I look forward to those people talking about the things that I'm talking about too, because then I bounce my ideas back and forth. The funniest damn thing is this: I've never talked to any of you. Jude, I never talked to you directly. Kleck, you made fun of my channel saying that 7 years of tribulation is up, so we're all good. But through the Spirit, and even to the Antichrist, just to the Spirit itself, communicating via YouTube and real world experiences and through comment sections. But I've never actually met any of you and talked to you. I met Justin, but we all don't believe the same thing, but it's how you disagree. That's what it all comes down to. How do you disagree? Because there's a Mother Earth, and Mother Earth is in control of the land, the landlord. So whoever the landlord is, and if that landlord happens to be a dragon, you better hope that those two eyes are opened up and not aiming down. Which goes back to how God works. The end result is the scriptures will be fulfilled, and the Antichrist will try to say that we're just getting started. When it's over, the party's over. It's just about finished. Just about finished. Certain things you can title, it is finished. Other things, still got to wait until they actually finish, because we're still up. Nothing really happened that's destroying the world and the news besides the mask on your face. This is the time where you start drifting off this way or that way, or you just go straight, the straight and narrow. Let's say no matter what I said, these things were going to happen anyway, where Jonathan Kleck was going to reveal exactly what he just did. Let's just say that's the case, no matter what I say. The only difference could be the direction that he's going to go after it's all said and done, when it's time for, that king to stand up, and then few days after that being destroyed, someone stands up, a raiser attacks us, but then within, after a couple days, being destroyed. Whoever has the power and the authority on the planet, when the people from the inside are enemies against that person that has control of the planet, those people from the inside will continue to try to deceive everybody into getting you to believe that that person that's in charge of these things, they're not in charge of these things, that they are. So get in line with their thing, because their stuff is, we're just getting ready to get started. We got another 7-year tribulation to go. A day is a year. We got 7 more years. Once that thing takes place, there's a period of time, 7 years, that go by. I'll just rely on the same energy source that gave me a desire to come onto this platform, sit here in a stairwell at work when I'm finished, push and record, talking to a phone basically in between a set of risers that's about 6, 7, 8 inches high. That source proves inside of my own spirit, time and time again, and memorial, day after day after day, video after video. Nobody can convince me otherwise. In a negative aspect, you can only have me reach up higher to the point where I need to be. A lot of clay clinging to my toes. A lot of clay clinging to my toes, and it never stays like it can't be welded to it. It can only cling to it. So there's a lot of Klingons in these days, and they've tried time and again, and it just doesn't work. It works for a time period, but you'll eventually fall off. And so these topics, it's perfect, because I get people with the true hearts of love and acceptance of people for who they are. Who are they on the inside? Who were they? Who is Click? What is Click? What is his name? What's her name? Who's her? Who's him? The daughters of women, but they won't be before or on that same side. You know, you get pierced in the side. True character starts to shine. Like if you're able to talk to people, and if they want to be honest, because this is the thing, this topic will get anger to the surface. If you are secretly angry, but you are sly in your communication, then eventually there's going to be a topic that I'm going to put on my channel, and it's going to strike a nerve. It strikes a nerve because you can't accept that. People can't accept people who don't equal out to what their appearance is, for whatever reason on the inside. Whatever reason. You can still say it's spirit of confusion. When that person is comfortable with themselves and they stop listening to the Lucifer in your face, all in your spirit constantly telling you can't. I want you to know that in the flesh, every single spirit that's in the Bible is walking the planet Earth right now. Every single spirit. All these spirits will either help you or bring you down to hell. So when you keep listening to that spirit, the one that keeps telling you that you can't be true to yourself, and then when you are true to yourself, it'll find another thing to bother you with, that way you can't enjoy being true to yourself. So in the flesh, there's always that person that fits that description, that is that voice that is in people's heads. It's called a commander. It's a Lord of Command. Enki and Enlil. There's the Lord of Command, and then there's the Lord of the Land. There's the landlord, It's like, here is all my land. All right, to the one that's the Lord of command, here, command everybody to just whatever, go do your thing. Unless something else better pops up. If something else better pops up, I'm going with that. Once both the dragon's eyes are open, that dragon gives power unto whichever beast it wants to be. Whatever beast it wants to give the power to, it will happen. How God works is, He uses the minority of the people that are expected to, have an impact, and then they have an impact, and then when they have an impact, they're like, I can't believe I had that much impact. Who would have thought? You can't even make this stuff up. I mean, you can, but not over here. It just comes as it goes. Goes in here in my mind and right out. There is a filter. There's a patience in that filter. There's you gotta really suffer things. Suffering, like long suffering. Dealing with all the lies, all this sickening fakery in the world. You got to deal with it. You got to suffer through it. But it pays off in the end. There were people, I'm sure you are still on my channel as Klingons, but you would say before, Steve, leave him. He's not even wasting his time, Robin. You don't even know. Leave Kleck alone. Derek, he's just, he's at least willingly admitting he's a Hollywood producer that produces these movies, Jerry Maguire and them. But Kleck, he's just just leave him alone. Let him be. He's nobody. He has no control of nothing. Well, King Agrippa is paying attention to this thing that you guys started. You created it, this host body system. Genesis 1, you do have, see, the proof is, as I'm saying it now, the proof is you guys do live up there. There's just another land. We're like, I wouldn't be surprised if we're in the middle of, both this side and that side. We're in the middle, and it's either a belly, the earth shape, or a vagina, one or the other. I'll probably go with the second, because they made those stadiums that Kleck showed you, so it kind of is showing you where we're at, how we're living. So when I'm saying that you guys live up there, and you really do, and I have no idea because I've never been up there. I can't even see what's up there. You look up in the air, you just see lights and miracles and signs and wonders. Everything's real up there because I really do see a light that shines like a star. What is the definition of a star? You guys made up the definitions of everything. Everything was brought to Adam. He just, made whatever he wanted to call things, he called it. But Adam was deceived by Eve in the same vessel as well, just going in the wrong direction. That's why there's the first Adam and the second Adam. I never knew about this till the false prophet over in Michigan used to say these things all the time. And then he would help me understand that through him lying about himself. So it doesn't matter if anybody thinks I'm being played by Kleck and he's like, really, the woman's spirit's coming out. I told you so. I told you. He's going to devour you, Robin. You're going to die. So be it. Whatever. The way that God works is, damn well in your spirit, speaking to myself, Robin, that the energy has already, through surveillance and constant study and scrutiny and gang stalking and harassment and endurance into the end, those things that are seen, well, how can you not appreciate the person that you're trying to take down and you can't? And then just exposes everything and gets you to tell the truth. You could say, well, you know what? Fine, Kleck's telling you the truth because you're going to die, Robin. They just want to let you know that you're going to die, and you're just being puppeted along. Like you're saying what he's saying beforehand all the time, but still, that's what they want. They want you to, they want you to say what they're saying beforehand. That way, they got you, because then they can tell you exactly what they're doing, and then they can kill you. So that works perfectly. Right. This is how God works. Through communication of the Spirit, finding the people in charge, showing them what they're doing and saying and how they truly feel, and what's up there, and how the world is, how the stars came about, and the sun and the moon, and this host body system where those angels that were up there, that they weren't supposed to come down here and mingle their seed with this race that's here. You guys are just supposed to keep an eye on us through surveillance, not intervene. But a lot of you accepted tons of cash. You got nice cars, drive around in boats, and you don't have to work. Hopefully you got some kind of a skill, because the next system is going to require skills of mainly working with the hands, like building things, planting vineyards. My son just got a job thinking of that, landscaping, and it's perfect timing. $13.50 an hour. It seems like a pretty nice, well-organized place for him to be. Learn how to till the ground. Got to get my son to till the ground, because somebody needs to make sure that the land is being taken care of. Because when the landlord gives power over to the Lord of Command, the Lord of Command has to till the land until the land is just, it needs to go in the right direction. Then that land tiller gets replaced with somebody that just does a better job, more efficient, like a ruthlessly more efficient. Because you already made an animal. So you already made a beast. It's just time for a new animal. Man. So with all that being said, I don't read scripts. I don't carry a purse. I haven't even talked to you guys. This is all for free, on my own time. I really wish I could do it like where I didn't have to work and spend 8, 9, 10 hours a day doing this thing. But I will. I'm not complaining about it, just saying I prefer to be the other way around, where whenever I want to take a visit, I just go and visit. Come back down here to earth, where all the people are, and just live life making sure that things are being done right in people's spirits. Going on my boat, the first, because I never owned a boat, stepping outside of my beach house with the sand and the beach right there, like pink sand. I forget where that's at. My wife showed it to me. I said, honey, I know you can be batshit crazy sometimes, but can I just tell you that will be one of our landing places. No, if you're in Christ, you cannot enjoy anything good. No, you cannot do that. Hey, Lucifer. Or let's just say, you know what, forget the name anymore, because everybody has a different interpretation. Let's just stick with, hey, my own worst enemy. Just beat it. Just beat it. As soon as you recognize it, tell it to beat it, and it goes. And it stays away after you beat it up so much. He still pokes his ugly head up here and there trying to, but you know better. Just got to be patient with things. It's the best thing to do. When you get irritated real quick, just stop. Just stare at the item that's getting you mad. Okay, stare at it for 10 seconds until this thing that you're so pissed at loses its function as to how it has a control over your spirit, irritating you because it didn't clip the nail right, or it bent it not the right way. I don't have to talk. I don't feel like I have to talk. But I want to talk. I don't feel like I'm being played because I've already been played. I've been played so much that once we get to the very end point, that very person that was in charge of me being played, and I'm the brunt of the jokes, flips the script, just like that, because he's in control, he's in charge of the land. Who else is out there saying this? Who else is claiming these things? Now, is Click flat out telling you? No, he's not. That's what I'm for. I gotta show you how he's flat out telling you without even accusing him of saying anything. I mean, I really don't have to say anything. I can just show you the clips. It speaks for itself. Even if you don't have eyes to see, you can still see it. Like, wow, I didn't even see that, but wow, that's pretty pretty accurate. So be it. Let it happen. Whatever it is, it is. Whoever thinks I'm getting played, continue to think that way. I hope you think it more. I hope something else happens that just gives you such a confident, reassurance that, oh man, I can't wait until that day happens, and then we get what we were promised by man over here, and then because the way that God works is he just lets things be. It's like trying to stop the water, putting up a dam instead of just letting it flow. People that are interrupting thoughts and the minds of people trying to control them, they put up a dam. That way it stops them in their tracks. But the way God works is he takes the dam out, punches a hole through the wall, and lets it continually flow, keeps flowing. You don't want stagnant water just sitting there. I don't think it's good to drink either. You get away with drinking stream water if it's flowing through a stream instead of sitting there stagnant. The person that, or the people that, or even AI itself and AI's algorithm that have been making my life difficult, that same system turns around on those exact people that were promised everything and anything by man. It turns 180 degrees on you. And then after that, just remember that I forgive everybody for coming against me, for whatever your reason is, even still now. Even coming against Click with that hateful judgment of someone that isn't what they are saying they are, or what they aren't what they were born to be. Just let people be what they want to be. Stop forcing the issue. Save from what? What are all the options with Click? I went over a couple of them. It doesn't matter which one's true or not. Does it matter to you? When I see Click in person after all this time, and at least after like 40 days, 'cause you gotta let 45 days go by, there's still some trickery going on. All right, I'm not ignorant to the fact of trickery. But either way, even at that time, even when he plays it off and he kisses me on the head, acting like it's, truly inside that is what he feels. But on the outside, people still have to see it as being betrayed, because this is apparently what the script is going to be. But after that, when this is all said and done, and all of the Judases of the world, they hang it up, and everybody that has the Christ spirit that rose up in them, they all get nailed to the cross, fastened to a sure place, and then they get like a tomb cut out of the rock where no one's ever been before because it's brand new. When all that happens, I don't care who is what. I don't care what people's sexual preference is and what's between their legs or not. That ain't what's important. That's only important to you, the one that's trying to control everybody. The one that's still slipping, sweaving in and out. Remember, you're only going to eventually wind up grabbing your tail and eating that once you finally are hungry enough, because you're not devouring anybody. That's when you devour yourself. When you can't eat anymore, a snake is going to eat itself. I guess. I don't know. I don't even know if that's true or not. I just feel like that makes more sense. Like cannibalistic, it'll just eat itself. Is that true? Does a snake actually eat itself if it doesn't have any food after for so long? The spirit is a flood. It already began a long time ago. This flood started. The water's receding. It's time for the land to be dry. The land can only be dry after it's cleansed. Just like when you get out of the shower and dry yourself off, you should be clean after you're done. Perception is everything. Anger, control, it's not working out. You'll see it, you'll understand it, and then after that, you'll be able to live your life with, just everything is whatever anymore. Just let everything go, let it off your shoulders. Stop repetitively thinking about stuff. Fast, do away with. Stop picking things and putting them in your face. It helps with everything, with all your thoughts. Tremendously.